This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and the latest news from Alpena Community College with Dr. Olin Joynton. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. My first guest today is Heather Nordenbrock, who is the Artistic Director at Thunder Bay Theater. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Nancy.
How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How are you?
Good. Your season's winding down.
It is, yes.
You're going to be heading off on a new adventure in your life.
I will, yes, but they have a great new person coming in.
They
Kevin
do.
Reeves, yes.
All right.
He's actually been
Yes.
Encore Company for a few seasons, so some people might recognize him.
Oh, yes.
It's been about 5 years or so since he's been here, but he'll be coming back. And,
Yay.
yeah, I've had lots of conversations with him, so he's very excited to be coming back here. And
Well, make sure you give him the taping schedule.
absolutely, it's posted up on my
Yay.
on my bulletin board.
Well, today we want to start out talking about Rat Pack. I'm so
Yes.
excited. Tell me about Rat Pack.
Well, Rat Pack Lounge is sort of Ocean's 11 meets It's a Wonderful Life.
Okay.
God has to send Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Sammy Davis Jr. back to Earth to save a guy who is sort of suicidal. He's real depressed, down on his luck. So they get sent back to Earth and try and save the guy. And it's a nice story, uplifting, but lots of great music. You know, all those classic Rat
Give me an
Pack
idea
tunes.
of songs we're going to hear.
You Make Me Feel So Young. What are some others? Birth of the Blues. All the Rat Pack songs are in there.
Now, who are playing the Rat Pack characters?
The Frank Sinatra character is being played by Paul Doctor, who's one of our summer
Okay.
resident company members out of the University of Michigan in Flint. Dean Martin is being played by Mackenzie Fountain, who of course is local and everybody knows Mac.
Yep.
The Sammy Davis Jr. character is being played by Mike Adolsky, who's going into his senior year at Central Michigan
Okay.
University, but he's also originally from Roger
Roger City, yes,
Yeah.
I remember.
And then the bar owner that they're trying to save, Vic, is being played by Zach Clement,
Okay.
who is also local. And then there's an angel character, Angie, they call her, and that's Jacqueline Veer, who's also from Central Michigan University. So,
How exciting.
Yeah.
So you've been rehearsing for a while?
About 2 weeks. It's not a long rehearsal process at Thunder Bay Theater. 'Cause
No.
we just
Keep them going.
keep them going.
But the Alpena loves a musical.
Yes.
So I know it'll be well attended, especially Rat Pack Lounge. That should
Yeah.
be so good.
And Paul Doctor actually designed the set for this one, and he just did a
Ooh.
fantastic job, and it's a really great set too, so that's an added treat.
Well, it's always a wonderful thing about actors from Thunder Bay Theater. You folks learn how to do it all.
They do, yes.
Do everything.
By necessity, but yes, it's a good learning experience for them, and that's part of the mission of Thunder Bay Theater.
And who's directing the music?
The music director was Mike Adolsky.
Okay. Wow.
And our technical director was Nikki Hilton.
Okay, Nikki does a great
yeah,
job.
she's fantastic. And of course, I directed it.
So when can we come to see it?
It opened on August 7th.
Okay.
And it runs through the 18th.
Okay.
It's Wednesdays through Saturdays at 7:30 and Sundays at 2.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, now you want to talk about another collaboration that you have too.
Yeah, Thunder Bay Theater and Alpena High School are collaborating to bring a musical called Next to Normal, which is it's a fairly recent show, and it's kind of intense. It's a drama, but there are definitely comedic moments in it. And we got a grant from Community Foundation for adults to mentor students.
Oh.
So the cast consists of 3 adults and 3 students. Every production team member is an adult with a student who is mentoring.
Wow.
So they can really work closely with an adult and really get an idea of what is involved with, if they're doing lights or props or directing or whatever they're doing, they can really see somebody who's very experienced in it doing it and work with them.
And it's actually going to be held at Thunder Bay Theater.
It will be at Thunder Bay Theater August 22nd through the 25th.
Okay.
So it's a Thursday through Saturday at 7:30 and a Sunday at 2.
Now, are these high school kids that are like in the drama club or maskers club?
Yeah,
or-
they're from the Yeah, from Maskers Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And how did they have to try out for spots, or?
No, because we've been working with them closely, we asked specific kids to be in the cast, and then you know, kids that we've seen that have worked, say they've worked lights a lot, pairing them then with an adult takes them sort of to the next level. So it's sort of an extra level of experience that they get to have there.
And the adults are your Thunder Bay Theater cast members?
No, it's mostly community members.
Really?
Lisa Ray is directing it.
Okay.
I'm actually performing in the show.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm mentoring Ashley Timrick, who is the other female performer student.
Okay.
Then Derek Spack
Okay, I know
will
Derek.
be in it, and he's mentoring Dylan Goyke, who has been seen around a lot. He was in Smokey Joe's Cafe at Thunder Bay Theater. And then Morgan Sushek, and he's mentoring Colin Marshall.
Wow.
So it's all local people, but a really top-notch cast.
So now when they're actually on stage, is it just the students?
No, it's the cast is actually set up with 3 adults and 3 kids, which is why we chose this show, so that we could really be the whole time working together on it.
And how did you find the show?
Well, it's a show that's sort of floated around out there. Now, I have to say it is more of an adult-themed show, and there is some strong language. We recommend it for 16 and older.
Okay.
And the subject matter is about a family and how they're dealing with depression and grief and loss. So it can be a little bit too intense maybe for younger kids, but
okay.
it's something you couldn't really do at the high school as a high school project, but as a collaborative project works really well.
And show times will be the same?
Same, yep. Thursday through Saturday at 7:30 and Sunday at 2.
Well, we all of us here at WBKB, we're almost out of time. I want to thank you for stepping in to Thunder Bay Theater and doing such a wonderful job and carrying us through the summer season. We wish you much success on your journeys, and we'll look forward to seeing you when you get back.
Great, thank you.
Take care. So wonderful to see you.
Thanks.
I'll be right back following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Jackie Krofcheck, who is the Executive Director of the Alpena Chamber of Commerce. Big title, Jackie.
Hi, Nancy. Thanks for having me today.
Thanks for being here, and you sure fill those shoes wonderful, Jackie. I don't know if I ever tell you how much we appreciate you and how much you do. I mean, you've taken the chamber in a complete circle. I've been involved in the chamber since the early 80s, and it's come full circle, and we're out there, we're doing all the things that a chamber should be doing in a community, and that's to your leadership. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I love what I do, so it's not that hard to get up and want to do something new and cool and exciting every day.
And we just completed the Flog Fest, the golf spelled backwards, a wonderful fundraiser for the chamber, a wonderful event for our community. How did everything go?
It went well. We had a really, really rainy time last year, and so this year we were hoping for some sunny, nice weather, and we definitely got better than last year.
Yay!
Yeah.
And just thank all the sponsors and all the volunteers that make it possible, because without their help it would be impossible to do an event of this magnitude.
Oh, for sure. We used so many volunteers that day. It's just outstanding, the people that support it and the sponsors and the golf course. You know, everybody's just so willing to make it a successful fundraiser.
And the 2 A's at the chamber, we have to give a shout out to them. I always call them the 2 A's, but you know, Ashley and Alicia, they're certainly go-getters for the chamber. They call, they follow everything up, and they do a really good job, and I know they're a good support for you.
They are, and we have to call them the 2 A's because not only are they A employees, but I get their names confused. So it's easier to just say 2 A's.
That's why I always say the chamber A's. Call one of the A's from the chamber.
That's right.
All right. And today we want to talk about the governmental committee that you have at the chamber.
Sure. So we started about 6 years ago. We started the Government Relations Committee, and it's what a lot of chambers, that's what chambers were designed to do, was lobbying. That's why they're 501c6 versus 501c3. And so we wanted to have a stronger legislative or lobbying presence. So we started this committee, and we've been very active. Sometimes it's more behind the scenes committee because a lot of businesses aren't paying attention to some of the legislation and aren't making trips to Lansing. But we do that for our businesses. And so we're very active, and we're very proud of some of the things that we've done. And one of the things coming up actually on August 22nd is a visit with the Lieutenant Governor here in Alpena.
Yes, how wonderful. How did that come to be?
Well, we do everything possible to get our name on lists and to get people thinking about us when they're on tours, and so we had just contacted the governor's office and we said we'd love to have the governor or lieutenant governor at some point visit us, and so they contacted me probably 2 weeks after that and said, he'll be here later this summer. We'd love to have him meet with the Alpena Chamber members, and so we're hosting him for an hour and a half. We'll have a couple questions we asked him to address, and then it'll be question and answer time with anything people want to talk about.
Wow, how wonderful to be up close and personal.
It is. It's a great opportunity, and what I keep telling people is that people are uncomfortable sometimes in that position. You know, I don't know what to say to them. I don't know what question to ask. Is it going to sound silly? And what I say is it's really important that we just get out and have them, when they're making decisions, make sure they know what Alpena's like, and they can remember that, yeah, I was there and people came out to see me. And that's just all part of the political game that I call it, and so it's really important.
And we've been very blessed to have some wonderful representatives, Bev Bodum, Andy Newman, Peter Battaglia, from an area that brought a lot of attention to us. And the town hall meetings are wonderful, and there's, you know, they're real easy to attend, real easy to do, and you do feel at least you're, you know, getting your opinion out there. Maybe you're helping to make a difference. So I encourage people when they see those, if you don't even have a complaint or a problem, stop by and say thanks for bringing those to our community, and you know, and letting us air our complaints or our happiness of our area.
Right, and just having bodies in the room speaks volumes for that event, and you know, you can go and just listen, and that's okay too.
And the Chamber does a lot of other wonderful events in our community, and I know the Grub Crawl is coming up.
Yes, so the Grub Crawl, this is our third year for it's called Alpenopoly Grub Crawl, which is so it's sort of a Monopoly themed game.
Do you get to pass go and collect $200?
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But you do get to make your way around a Monopoly board and visit different establishments and restaurants and places with food and beverages throughout the evening. And then you get a sticker at each location, and you try and fill up the properties on your Monopoly board. You get a bandana, which is actually your ticket to participate. And there's a creative bandana contest, and it's just a lot of fun because people are out all night long. You see this sea of colorful bandanas all around town. People are laughing. There's a game at each stop, so people are, you know, playing trivia and different other games that we have set up. People just love it.
I know some of my coworkers went last year, and they still talk about how much fun they had and how wonderful it was. Plus, what a wonderful boon to the people in the area that participate in it. Have people get in their stores and their businesses that maybe wouldn't go in there normally.
Yeah, and you know what is really interesting, and we didn't intend for this to happen when we started it, but we actually have people that schedule their vacations around that time, and so people from, I know there's a couple from New York that comes every year now at that time. It's just a lot of fun, and it's a really creative evening.
And when is this going to be held?
This is in September. I believe it's September 19th. I'll have to double check the calendar. But
Okay.
So it's a Thursday night in September. Tickets are already on sale. They're $15 in advance, and then they're $20 or $25 the week of the event.
So we can get tickets at the Chamber.
Yes, and we have sold out both of the years, and we expect to sell it this year. So we don't really expect that there will be tickets available that week.
Okay, so make sure you get to the Chamber and get your tickets, get some friends, have a good time, and enjoy downtown Alpena.
That's right, and it actually extends outside of downtown
it
Alpena
does?
because we have shuttles.
Oh.
So if people want to walk the downtown ones and then take a shuttle to some of the outlying locations, they're welcome to do that.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, and what else is happening at the Chamber?
And then we also have, so you're very familiar with our Good Morning Alpena
Yes.
series. And so in September, on September 6th actually, we have our next Good Morning Alpena event. And these, I like to encourage everybody to come to these. They are not just for Chamber members or employees of Chamber members. They are beneficial to anybody in the community who just likes to know about what's going on.
And they're really fun, they're fast-paced, they're always good food, good company, and it's really a who's who of Alpena. All the businesses in town participate. If there's anyone you want to see or run into or talk to, chances are you'll see them at Good Morning Alpena. Very affordable, $8 for breakfast. Come in, we get you in and out the door quickly and get back to work. A good way to start your weekend.
Oh, it's a great way to start the weekend. Fridays that we have those breakfasts, those are by far my best Fridays. I just love starting the day that way, talking to different people. The programs, they're so succinct, they're so quick, but people take away so much information from them. They're really great programs.
And tickets for that, you can get them at the door. You can get your tickets at the door, but you can stop by the Chamber and pay in advance. It's the easiest and best way to do it.
Yes, and we do like registration in advance just because we have to plan the food. And so we do like people to call and register in advance at least.
And we want to let people know that if you call and register in advance, we're going to have to send you a bill for the ticket because the chamber can't afford to pay for the dinners for people that don't show up.
That's right.
Breakfast.
We've become quite sticklers on that, and we're very good at sending invoices to people that don't show up but said they were going to.
Okay, we're out of time. I want to thank you very much for being here, and I'll look forward to seeing you out and about soon.
Yes, thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. I'll be right back following these messages.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Olin Joynton, president of Alpena Community College. It's my pleasure to welcome back to the program Executive Director of the ACC Foundation, Penny Boldery.
Good morning, Dr. Joynton, and thanks for having me.
Well, you're most welcome. And the big thing coming up for the foundation is the annual Scramble for Scholarships.
Yes, that will be held on August 24th at Rivers Edge Golf Club, and it's the foundation's signature fundraising event for scholarships.
Well, is it open to anybody to participate?
Absolutely. We have golfers of all skill level and all ages can participate. And we still have room on our roster for additional teams. So if you know of someone who'd like to come out and support the college and students, this is the event to attend.
How about some contact info for you to help people who want to sign up?
Sure. They can call me at 358-7297, and we'll add them to our roster. The cost is $90 to participate, and that includes lunch, 18 holes of golf, and a cart, and an afternoon of fun.
That's right, a little bit of recreation and snacks and celebration at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Now, we've always enjoyed really strong corporate support for the sponsorships and the prizes. Tell me about that this year.
Sure. For the 11th consecutive year, Lafarge Alpena Plant is our corporate sponsor. Lunch is going to be provided by Alpena Power Company and the Witowski Group. And Top of Michigan Insurance is taking care of our $1,000 putting contest. In addition, we have probably 50 local businesses who are whole sponsors, as well as 40 or 45 cart sponsors. So we've had tremendous support from our area businesses.
Well, it's really great to see the way the community comes out to assist with something like this, and it's got to be very motivational for them to think about students getting scholarships. Talk a little bit about ACC scholarships and that
Sure.
very important part of your enterprise.
Absolutely. That's probably the favorite part of my job, working with donors and students and providing scholarship opportunities to our students. During the last academic year, about $140,000 had been awarded to about 240 students, and that's just a tremendous amount of scholarship help for students who might not otherwise be able to walk through our doors. Our event last year, we raised over $18,000 at our Scramble, and that provided 55 additional scholarships to students. So it's really important.
So if you think about the cost of going to ACC, tuition and fees for a whole year, it's somewhere in the neighborhood of $3,600, $3,700 for in-district students. And let me pause to say thank you for the taxpayers that allow that low rate for people in Alpena County and Presque County, those two townships. But that's a very economical way to go to college, but still there are lots of people who need extra assistance or who qualify for some of the scholarships based on merit. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
are you seeing an increase in the number of student applicants for these scholarships?
Yes, we are. But to keep up with that, we have increased the number of scholarships as well. You know, on a regular basis, I have individuals walking into my office who'd like to establish a scholarship fund to help students. And so, you know, that's great to see that level of support from individuals and businesses as well.
Well, I think it's a great response because on a national level we hear about student debt, we hear about high cost of college, and people want to help, and especially their own local community college. If they can give students that boost to keep on going with their programs, to graduate, to get the jobs that they're qualifying for, or go on to the four-year schools, I think people find that very fulfilling. And I know you and I are both donors for endowed scholarships, and so just that opportunity to help someone else along is really great.
Absolutely, and we've seen the interaction between our donors and our scholarship recipients as well annually when we do our scholarship luncheon. It's wonderful when you can bring the students together so that they have an opportunity to meet the person who's helping fund their education.
Yes, it's very touching to see student. Some of our students really struggle to afford the basic life necessities while they're going to college, and to meet someone in person that's helped them to achieve that. It is really poignant and just a really neat connection for people to make from the community to the college.
Absolutely, and as you know, I challenge students who have been scholarship recipients that once they're fully employed, that they would think about establishing a scholarship fund at some point, and hopefully it would be with the Alpena Community College Foundation, and help someone else.
And we've seen that actually come to pass with some of our alumni who
Absolutely.
Donated not only pass-through scholarships, but some endowed ones as well. I think about Jillian Saya, who, as soon as she graduated from ACC, she started donating while she was still in college for an ACC scholarship. What a great example she set.
Absolutely, and Jillian's going to be one of our student volunteers at our golf event on August 24th, along with some current students who are scholarship recipients.
That's great. It'd be good to see her again. Well, again, let's repeat what's going on, when it is, and how people can get set up to participate in the Scramble for Scholarships.
Sure. The golf event is taking place on Saturday, August 24th at River's Edge Golf Club. It will start at 9 a.m. with a shotgun start. And to reserve a spot on our roster, they can call me at 358-7297, and we'll make sure that they're included. Or they could show up that morning as well. And the cost is $90.
Very good. So a little bit before 9, maybe 8:15, 8:30 to get signed up.
Sure, absolutely.
Have a cup of coffee and a donut. Who's responsible for the weather?
Gosh, I'm not sure. Maybe it's your turn this year.
With one notable occasion, we've always had really nice weather.
Absolutely. In all 17 years, I think we've only had a couple times, twice that I know of.
But we've never canceled, have we?
No, absolutely
even played
not.
through the rain.
The golfers are pretty hardy.
Well, that's great. Well, thanks to you for organizing the event, and Barb Ciesniak, the foundation secretary, and all the great supporters and foundation members who volunteer, sponsor these occasions, and to the golfers who've already signed up. The rest of you, let's get on the stick and sign up.
Absolutely.
This has been Talk of the Town with Nancy Smitham and Dr. Olin Joynton. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on Community. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.